Alright, so this is a kind of like an unboxing, but not really because I don't want to put you guys through all that. But this is the Mosley TA-53 mic. It's a 5-band HF beam. It covers, let me see if I can get this right. It covers 20, it covers 17, it covers 15, it covers 12, and it covers 10. Yeah, I think I got it right. There's also a 40-meter add-on that you could do. I didn't want that because I use a wire antenna for 40, and I'm not really on the air in the nighttime when I think those bands are a little more active. So I like the daytime bands, and generally 20 and up for me are the daytime bands because that's when I'm most active due to my work schedule and everything. So here it is. Here's the box and everything. You get two boxes. This one has the traps, and I got some sandpaper to take some of the burrs off. They want you to use corrosive, not anti-corrosive, but anti-seize compound. So I'm going to use this stuff. It's really messy and nasty, but it works really good. It's a thick, like gooey material, so a little bit goes a long ways. I'm going to use these when you insert the thinner walled elements into the larger elements. They want you to put some anti-seize. So also, since this is copper based, it might actually help with conductivity of the elements. But you can use, they tell you to use penetrox, I think is how you say it. So that's that part. I already looked at a couple of the traps. So here's the instructions, I think, here that they supply. Now probably it's the same one that I asked them when I purchased the antenna, so I'm not even going to open this. This is a product guarantee here, so I'll just keep that for time being. What I found with the manual is when you print it off, they have some pages out of order. And what I mean by that is I had to cut these because you might find that page 4 and like page 9 are together or something. So I cut them so that they're in order, so it makes more sense to me. I don't know if anyone else that bought Mosley antennas have seen that before like that, but it's not a big deal as long as you know what you're doing. So here's one of the traps. So they're color coded, and they recommend that you get some masking tape and write what color codes are on that masking tape. I might actually try to order like some tape that I can put on there that's the actual color of the traps. And the elements are color coded also, so you know you match the color codes with color codes. From what I'm reading in the manual, you make sure the traps, the weep holes are facing down so that when they're down, any water that may somehow get in is going to leak out. So there's a whole box of traps here, one after another. They're wrapped in the Missouri. Mosley's in Missouri, so that's kind of cool. If I get bored, I got something to read. Here's another trap, so you can see red and red, so that kind of thing. Just a big box of traps for the band. It looks like it has quite a few traps when you look at it. So you got two on the reflector on each side and two on the director on each side, and then actually there's two on each one, so on each side. So there's 4 traps on each side of the antenna, so quite a few traps in here. So I'm going to open this up and try to take a look and see what it's looking like inside. Alright, so the box, you know, has these heavy-duty staples, which are necessary because this thing is about 44 pounds, I think it said, or something like that. Let's see, what did it say? 41 pounds. So it's a pretty heavy box, and you don't want the thing busting open during shipping, especially with ground. So, one thing I've learned with when you get large boxes that have these, they're great for holding the box together, but man, they can really slice your finger open. So you gotta be careful when you're opening boxes, you know, and whatever. I've learned that the hard way once, and I literally like sliced one of my fingertips open on a different antenna box, and man, that's painful. Anybody knows when you nick some of your meat off on the tips of your fingers, man, that hurts. So here we go. Here's our shorting bars and stuff. So everything's in here. Looks to be some pretty good quality stuff here. Nice heavy duty aluminum and everything. So, you know, the goal here is to get everything out and take a look at it. But here's one of our elements. They're all pre-drilled. Again, they have the color code on them, so I want to get one out and show that color code here. So again, I can see what they mean about wanting you to put something else on here, because I could see if you were sanding that, you might wear that off. So it does make sense. So what I need to do is get all my colors together that I'm going to have, write them down, and then maybe try to get like some tape that's that color and just tape around the element. That way I can actually physically see the color, because for me, I'm more of a hands-on person. If I see it, I can match it, but if I have to read it, that's where I can make a mistake. And you know, antennas like this, you make a mistake, it's not going to work right on the bands. You're going to have a mismatch and things ain't going to be right. So you know, you have usually a color bar on one end, and then the other end I think the other end means the without the color bar, that's the end that's going out towards free space, away from the boom. But I have to reread the manual. Alright, so here's some of all the elements out of the box. So it's probably a good idea, you know, to verify what you have versus what you should have. And the good thing about it here is they show you based on color. So like for instance, the black ones seem to have the most, and you're going to find some black trap assemblies. There's 4 of them, it looks like, in that other box. So as we can see here, what is that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And just to take just a quick check, looks like we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we'd have all the black pieces here. Some of the stripes are farther down. This is where it actually connects onto the boom, I believe, here where the 2 holes are. So we could visually check, you know, and I'll do all that obviously off camera. Here's the boom pieces, I believe, which are, it's a really large, thick boom. Strong, it's durable, it's not going to break or anything. Just a quick reference for those that don't watch my other channel, so I try to do things separately. Of course we got these guys out here having fun, but we got the sun kind of beating down in our camera view, but it's going to go up on top of this tower, which is about 20 meters high, 64 feet or so. I'd love to get something above it, I'm thinking either this Antron 99 here that's just laying doing nothing, or I have they call it a Max 2000, put that up there, something for like 10 meter and CB, because I still love CB a lot. And then I have these over here, I have these, it's a great fall day out here today. I wish I had more time to do more construction, but I don't. One of these is a 2M9X, the other one is a 13B2. I have a thick boom here. Let me find that and show you guys that. So a lot of different antenna projects over the years. Some were good, some weren't, some failed. I'm gonna have to find a piece of boom. This one, when I ended up doing something else, some of those bolts stripped out and they seized up, so that's pretty much worthless. But I'm gonna have to find a different way to go about it. But I want to put those on a cross boom. The 2M9X would be horizontally polarized, the 13B2 would be vertically polarized, so I might have to order like a new piece of boom hardware or something. I don't know if you guys can see, there's the hounds. Over here there's a tripod, and that's where I generally set up everything temporarily. You can see that big heavy duty plate there. A boom would go through that like horizontally, and then each antenna would get mounted on the side, and then that would go up on the mast pipe. So that's the plan anyways for the 2 meter Yagis above the Mosley and the vertical antenna on the top. That's a pretty heavy duty piece here. I think that would work. It's strong. It's not going to break or buckle. Those Yagis are light anyway, so one on each side. And that would be spaced way farther apart than what I would need. I'm assuming that's probably about 10 feet long or something. I think that used to be used as a mast pipe on one of my old towers. There used to be a tower in a different spot here attached to the house, and I think this was the mast pipe that we used for some antennas that were on it a long time ago. Another good reason why we want to visually inspect all the parts are here. I just found one that fell out of the box when I didn't realize it when I was taking some parts out, because some of these elements are staggered in between each other. The thinner walled ones, of course, are not. Oh yeah, he could care less. It's all about him and throwing that orange ball there. But He doesn't realize. So there's supposed to be 13 of these brown pieces, and I'll count them off camera. Yeah, so there's actually 11, so those are all there. And again, I'm just visually checking that everything's here. I'm going to do the blue and the red, and then we'll take a look inside the box and get out some more of the traps. Yeah, so luckily all the element pieces are there. I didn't really think they wouldn't be. The biggest thing I see is just making sure that, you know, when you deburr them and stuff, that you figure out a way to mark the colors. And like I said, I'm going to try to look for some like tape or something that's colored. And all I need is what? Brown, blue, black, and red. So 4 colors. That won't be too difficult to get. And then I can just put some tape around them, and that way, you know, they're color coded, and that's it. Look at this. Hey! There you go. Another fun thing that I like to do that I hate, digging up the yard. So anyways, let's get the box open and take a quick peek again. I'm going to get out some more traps. There's supposed to be a boom to mast clamp in here and stuff like that too. This is what is going to wedge in between the 2 boom elements, I think, to bolt them together. I'm assuming. I'm not otherwise sure what that is right now, but for those that have put together Mosleys, you probably wouldn't be watching this video anyways. You would already know